Well, it's pretty obvious what I'm looking at today. This potato plant. We've had it in container garden, but the stems on this plant grew really tall. And then we had some bad winds, so it's all been battered. And we tied it up with some string, but it's still not really done anything. And of course now we've got foliage that's starting to die back. So I don't know whether to just empty this or cut some dead foliage away and try and pin it back up. The problem is we never know if there's anything in here. These potatoes have been in here for about 16 weeks now. I'm not sure what type they are. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut the tops off and empty it, and have done with it then. All those other potato plants are doing really well. They're not as tall as this one got. I just don't think this is going to get any better. So for a Monday morning, that's going to be his first job. And hopefully there's something in here. I think what I'll do is I'll cut this bag open along length first, see if we can see anything in there. And if we can see something, great, we can dig in. But if we can't see anything, it's a choice then of whether we leave it and rebag it, or just take everything what's in there anyway. Does look quite dry. So far, I can't see anything. Just going to remove some of this compost steadily. I'm not very confident about this at the moment. Well, I can see one potato and it's undamaged, but it is quite small and it's soft, as you just saw. It might have been getting too wet even though the bag's really dry, but they seem quite wet. This potato's no good. I think we'll just take the whole thing out. There's no point in really trying to repot this now. I'll just cut away all these tops. If we don't get any potatoes, I can at least reuse this compost. So I'm trying to keep it in this container. And I've just found my dibber. I don't know how that's got into this bag, but it's that wooden tool that I use to make holes in trays when I'm pushing seedlings in. I wondered where that had gone. That would have been the last place I'd have looked. So let's get some more of this off. A couple of potatoes would be better than nothing. But so far we're not getting anything. And again, these potatoes are no good. Now that's not a bad size one. That's about the size this should be. We might not be doing bad after all. We've got two potatoes there. They're nice and firm. That is the seed potato. Definitely rotted. There's also another potato in there, and again, nice and firm. And a very tiny one that's just started, which we'll throw away. Still no signs of a label though. Let's see what else we've got in here. Now that is more like it. Nice sized potatoes. And another. So this has not been a complete failure after all. We're getting a decent little harvest out of it now. So we'll just keep digging in. All this root we'll put back through sieve as well and get as much compost out in it as we can. There's another one. And another. We'll get some of this compost took out. And another really good size one. I think that might be it. Apart from a couple of tidgy ones. Can't really use them for anything. I'll just double check through this. So what started off has been a little disappointing has actually turned into an half decent harvest there. These potatoes wouldn't have got much bigger than this anyway. But we've got some really good sized ones out of it. I am pleased with that result. I was a little worried that when we got those first ones out and they were all squishy, that we might just end up with another bag of rotten potatoes. But it turns out it was just a couple. So we've got enough there for a couple of meals. We can reuse all this compost. And I think I'll use this to top up some of those main crop containers so we can get as many potatoes out of them as possible. And that's these ones. We've still got one in a bag as well. But these ones aren't falling over or rotting. They're standing nice and upright. And they're flowering. But these are Sarpos. And I think we've got plenty of room in there to put some more compost to try and get more potatoes out of them. So that's what we'll do. And his containers are looking alright as well. I think I'll give those a bit of a weigh because I've got one of these. You can just hook your bags onto the bottom and just see how much you got in weight. So we'll pop these in a bag. Bags don't really weigh anything, so I'll see if I can get this hooked through. Right. Set this to 0. And it's on pounds as well. 2.3 pound of potatoes. So there you go. 2.33 pound of potatoes from an old compost bag and 2 seed potatoes. As first potato reveal at year, and we actually didn't do too bad out of it. If you want to see what's going to be in those other containers as we go through season, please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and we'll see you then. Take care.